Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time, but today I'm here to do a new video with the installation video of a new product that I got for the Model Y 2023 rear-wheel drive. I've been doing some modifications here and there for the Model Y, and it's been already a year now. So I'll make another video on that, on what modifications I've done so far. But after a year of usage, there's this thing I think will be beneficial for me for the usage of the screen. So it is the screen rotating bracket, or a swivel bracket. So this will allow for me to actually have the screen angled towards me. So I got this, I'm going to be installing it. So we're going to be going from something like this to something more user-friendly and, you know, for the driver itself. And I'm gonna have a better visibility using this screen. So yeah, so today I'm just gonna show you guys what's inside the box, and then afterwards we'll do the installation together. And I'll show you guys how I actually put this up for the screen. All right, so let's get to it. So before we start the installation, I just want to show you guys what I received. So little box here, nothing fancy about this. So you get a little padding here, instructions here, all the tools you're supposed to be getting. So you get a pry tool here, a little wrench, and a bunch of other stuff. And afterwards you have the actual bracket itself. You have a little guide here on how to do stuff. And on the other side as well, doesn't seem too complicated. But you do have different versions of this. You have the ones that actually swivel 30 degrees left, right, and 30 degrees up and down. I got the one that's 40 degrees, so 40 degrees left and right, just to give me a little more leeway on this. And up and down, I believe this is 15 degrees, which I don't need much for up and down. It was more on the left and right side, so that's the one I got here. So a little bracket here. It's all plastic, some little tools here, bunch of stuff. I think the actual metal part is here. Yeah, so that seems to be the heavy one. So this is the metal part here. That's most probably the actual swivel. Yeah, heavy. There's a lot of versions of this, guys, on, let's say, AliExpress or anything. So choose one that you know, with the reviews. I'll put the one I ordered in the link below. But there's so many other ones, sometimes cheaper, sometimes more expensive, so you can choose the one you want, but at least I'll put the link below on the one I got. All right, so let's try to get to the installation now. So let's start with the installation. I find that it would be easier to install from this side since there's a steering wheel there, so if you want to have anything accessible, so might be slightly easier. So I'm going to try from this side. Not sure if it's a good idea, but at least I'll try. And I'll most probably try to put the car off because we'll be disconnecting the screen. So I've seen some videos, people putting this at screen as off, but I think I'm just going to turn off the car completely. Might be safer. So you want to go into safety and then all the way down to, I believe, is power off. There you go. So turn off the car. So that is done. So next step is you want to go down here, and there's going to be a little, I'm not sure if you guys see it, the little space here. So you want to put your pry tool in here and get this off. So let me try to actually angle the camera and try to capture this. So I will try to do this with one hand. So you have this pry tool here. So you have the small part, which is a little cracked, the one that was shipped. And you have the big one here. If you guys don't have any or didn't come with it, I'll put a link in the description on where you can find these. They're pretty cheap on Amazon. So you pretty much just want to pull it down. So hopefully I do this without breaking it, but I might have broken this. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so I might need my two fingers for this. I mean my two hands. Let me try to angle this differently. So sorry guys, I couldn't capture everything, but let me just show you how I actually managed to do this. You want to put the big part in here where that little slot is, and put it as far as possible and use both of your hands just to pull this down. So you have to keep holding it in there and pull it down, and then slowly you'll see these sides coming up. Then you can just pull it out and it just comes off. There you go. So now you have the temperature sensor here. Then you have a little clip. So here are the tabs. So you want to be careful on not breaking these tabs. You have here, and then you have these tabs here on both sides that you don't want to break. So that's really important here. And then there's a clip here, so you want to take this clip off. So you want to, let me try to see where I can get this. So I managed to take it off. What you have to do is you have this little pin here on the side, right here. So this one here. So that's the one that you have to push it in. So it's going to be clipped here. You see this little hole here? Just push it in here, and then the clip just comes off. So let me just show you if I can do this. All right. So this goes in here. You see that little hole there? That's where you have to push it here, and this clip just comes off. All right. You can also unscrew these without taking off the clip, but I just find it easier to actually take this off and unscrew it, unscrew it back in the new compartment, and afterwards just plug it in. It'll be just easier. All right. So let's continue with taking off the screen. So the next step would be to remove the 10 millimeter here and these two here. That will allow us to take off the screen. So let me see, I can put the camera here and I'll try to take these off. And you're going to do the other side as well. You want to try to loosen them at the same time. So I got these two screws out. You want to make sure not to lose them. So maybe put them in the box here, or just put them in the cup holder. Either way, you just want to make sure you don't lose them. These are the original car screws. I put a clean microfiber cloth here, because I'll be removing the screen here, so I just want to make sure it doesn't get scratched. I do have a screen protector, but you always want to be careful with these bit screens, so I just put a cloth here so I can, when I take it out, I can just put it here. Okay, so I'll be pulling out the screen now. Okay, so you slowly want to move the screen out. So you go by feel. Just want to make sure that don't pull too fast on it. There you go. That came up pretty easily, and I just want to set it down here for now. Once you set it down, you can have it take a look here. So you have the main cable for the screen, and then you have two screws here. I believe these are T25. I did bring my screwdriver, so I think I believe they give you a tool, but I just rather use what I already have. So T25, let me just double check. Yeah, feels like the right one. So you just want to unscrew this. It's really not tight, so it comes up pretty easily. So you got one, and then you have the other one here. Okay. By the way, guys, having magnetized screwdrivers really help. You know, you don't have to like struggle with it. They just stay on it. So you want to also keep these. I'll put them in the box. and then this thing just comes right off. There you go. Then you have the actual connection here. So you have this little white cap here that's like a protective cap on this. You just want to press this, I believe, and it should just, actually no, you have to press on this and I think it just comes off. Yeah, I might need two hands for this, but okay, let me try to do this with two hands. Okay, so this angle should be good. Let me try this. Okay, so this is more of a struggle than I thought it would be. Okay, let me try to show you guys how I do it. So you have to press on this and just pull it out, and it comes. So it's a little tab here that pushes it. So that was the only thing. I struggled all this time for nothing. So here you go. This tab is out. You can actually expand it and take it out from here and put it aside. We'll be needing it later. Put it in the box. And now the only thing left is this one here. This cable, there's a little tab here. Let me try to zoom in. A little tab there. You just have to push that tab. You can do it with the screwdriver if you want. The T25 might be a little big, but let me just try. Yeah, the T25 is a little big. Let me just get something small and I'll try to take it out. So I just use this instead, and you can see once you pull it in, it kind of stays there. So that's when you know it's actually good to take it out. And technically it's supposed to come off. All right, so with two hands, so it might not be clipped properly yet. Let me see. There you go. It's much easier with two hands, guys. So try to keep pushing on the clip and just pull it out. It comes out very easily. And sorry guys for all these angles. It's just very hard. I probably don't have the proper mount, and trying to film this, it's not easy. So I'm trying my best. So this is where the clip is. This part here. Let me try to zoom it. Yeah. So this is a clip. You just have to push this and then pull it out. All right. So now let's take all these out. So these are all the original ones. Put them away. Cables away. If you want to put the screen away, you can do it too, or you can just leave it here and do the rest of the work. Okay, so let's install the new mount. So this is the actual mount. So to install it, it's pretty easy. From the instructions I see here, you just have to put it here. You want to go back and get the two first screws that you actually got initially. And you want to come and align them here where they used to be and just screw them in. So it is easier to move this left and right. It does move, so left and right according to where you're actually screwing it, so you have a little more space. So you want to hand tighten them first a little bit, move this around, and then align this one here. There you go. I don't even have to look down there, just once you know it goes in, it's pretty easy. Then you want to take your 10mm and you want to start tightening them slowly. So you can actually tighten this. Oh. So let me get back to you once I'm done tightening. So now that the mount is fixed, you want to turn this facing you, and then you want to put the cover itself here. Goes in pretty easily. Okay. Just want to align this to the back, and you have 3 clips in the back. These 3 clips, they need to clip on here. So I'm going to try to do these. So there are 3 clips at the top and 2 clips at the bottom. So you want to slide that one in first, then these will align. Make sure to also pull in the cables too once you're putting this. All right, now we're ready to put the cover for this and also put the cable. It might be easier to actually put the cables first and then put the cover. And then afterwards it's mount the screen directly to the actual mount now. All right, so let's get to that. So this is the cover that comes with this. It goes like this. Let me just double check. This should be the actual, yeah, this is the actual orientation. So you want to preferably have the cables first in, and then afterwards just plug it in and then put this cover on, and with the screws that was it. So for the screen, we had the white tip here, so you want to do the opposite of pretty much what you did. So attach this here and then put this on like it was. And clips right in. Perfect. So now, so it is not this side. As you can see, it will not fit if you put it on the wrong side. And you'll have a perfect fit when you put it on the proper side. So now you're just gonna take back the screws that you put before and just gonna screw this one in. So remember, these are the screws that we took them off. It's the T25 with the T25 screwdriver, and then you just screw it in. Since there's a slight pressure on this, you just want to maybe lift it up a little bit. Put the screws. Do one side and then do the other side as well, and you can tighten it at the end. There you go. Now you're done setting this up. Now we'll have to mount the screen on the actual mount here, which we turned, if you remember, flat. Now we're just gonna put it back to its position and we'll mount it with the screws. Since we don't have screws anymore, because since we put back the ones that came with the car, we do have another set of screws that comes with the package, and we'll have to use those. Okay, so let's get to that. So these are the screws that come with it, and we're just gonna put the screen right on this, and then we're just gonna plug it in. We'll take care of the temperature sensor afterwards. We still have to unscrew it from the original mount and use the other mount that came with the package. So you slowly want to take the screen and then just pretty much slide it in, this aligning with these. So you just want to tuck in the cable as well, the big cable. Okay. And then you slowly want to slide it in. Okay. Okay guys, before putting this in, don't make the same mistake I did. And I had a hard time figuring this out. There's also a way for this one. Mine was completely twisted 180, but this is the side you want to actually put it in. So let me just bring it closer. Yeah, so you want this part to be on the outside and not this one. So I had the opposite way, and I was like, it didn't really work out. So this is how you want the screen to be. So the actual holder. So that works so much better. Okay, so let me actually try to put this. And I found a trick when putting this in. Put the left side first and then the right one, and it just goes in. So let me just show you how I did it. Okay, so put this here. So I went with the the left one first, and then the right one, and it goes in pretty easily. So as you can see, they're all, I don't know if you can see it. So now I just have to put the screws underneath. Sorry. So underneath here, 1 and 2. The ones I got from the package, and then we'll have the sensor to do. So the screen is installed and swivels very well, no issues here. The left and right, everything's working good. So what's left is pretty much the sensor that we have to put in. So we have to take it off from the actual cover and put it in the new one that we got with the package. So we have to undo it from there, and it used to be Phillips screws, but I think now it's T20 screws. So we have to use a T20 screw to actually take it off. So the one I'm trying here is a T25. So a T20 would be the one that would fit in this case. So I got the T20 screw, undoing it now. So you slowly want to take it out, and you're going to put it in the new compartment that came with the actual package. There's only one way this can go in. So as you can see, this one matches pretty well with the holes. If you try to put the other side, the holes will not match. So even if you do try, you'll realize right away that doesn't match. So you have to put it back in the proper way with the hole. So once you do align the holes, you're just going to take back the same screws, and then you're going to put them like it used to be. So you might feel a little bit of resistance for these screws because Tesla might have changed the screws, so it might be a little smaller, a little bigger, In my case, it was a little more tight, so it was a snug fit. Might have been manufacturing defect for the mount, but it still worked out. The sensor was properly attached, and I was able to screw both screws without any issues. So here you go. It's put in the new sensor, and then now we just have to plug it back in the with the cable that we took off. You have a few clips here that needs to be aligned at the bottom, and then afterwards that's it. So this is where you need to plug in the actual sensor. So this is the previous cable that we took off. So let me try to do this with one hand. So you want to align it with the actual sensor, how you took it off, and just put it back. So once it's clipped, which is a little hard here with one hand, you have to align this sensor so it can fit in that little cutout there. You want to make sure you want to push the wire as well from the screen a little inside so you can make a little more space, and then the game begins in trying to put this inside. So obviously I was trying to put the wrong side. There's a little clip there, and finally succeeded. So there's a clip at the bottom and two clips on the side, and this was pretty much the hardest part of the whole installation. And yeah, once you put it in, it looks pretty neat. Doesn't look like you have an aftermarket product. And I'm also showing the two bolts that you have to put in to secure the screen, and it's much easier to do it if your screen is up. So yeah, here's the new screen completely installed. So screen works, everything's good, up, down, left, right. Touchscreen works as well. Just have a small impression that the screen is lower than usual, but it might be just me. But I can just put it up a little bit and then face it towards me. That's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. And please also press the notification bell if you want to know a little bit more about my next videos and get notified when I release them. If you have any suggestions, comments on this video or future videos I should be doing, please write them in the comment section below. And until then, enjoy your day, and I'll see you guys next time.